Today I wanted to talk to you about effective praise. Now there's a difference between regular praise and effective praise, but let me explain why effective praise is so different than just regular praise. Now on the Smarter Parenting website you will find effective praise in the lessons. So feel free to jump over to effective praise, watch the video, it doesn't take very long, and learn why it's different than just regular praise. Here's the biggest difference between regular praise and effective praise. Effective praise is grounded in reality. Praise itself can be anything, and it can be wide-ranging. It can cover anything that's not specific. So let me give you an example of why this is important. If you watch television at all, and if you've seen these competition shows, especially American Idol, for example, or shows like that, you'll have contestants who go up there who are actually very horrible, like they're not good at all. And one of the comments that they constantly make is, well, you know, my friends say I sound great, my parents have told me I sound great. They give these reasons why, and along the way, it's not like they just showed up and started singing. Along the way, there were people along their path who confirmed to them or offered them this general praise, telling them that they're fantastic and that they're great. Now, effective praise is completely different because effective praise is focused on in reality, right? My conception is that if people used effective praise with their children, we wouldn't have those contestants who go there and are shocked when the judges say, that was horrible, you sound horrible, blah, blah, blah. Now, granted, it is television, and we know that there's a lot of production behind it, and they actually are probably better than they sound on television. However, this idea that children grow up in this world where everything is great and hunky-dory and they receive praise for a lot of different things isn't based in reality. Reality is based in what is tangible and what is real. And so effective praise focuses on that. There's a step in effective praise where you're actually describing very specifically what they are doing. This doesn't call into judgment, good or bad. It's just an observation of what they're doing well, and then you're actually reinforcing what they're doing well. So it's based on an observation, of course. So effective praise based in reality. Regular praise is not based in reality. I would say that regular praise includes rewards that are undeserved. They also include trophies that children receive for participation. That would be in general praise. Effective praise would be focused in, this is what you've done it well, this is why you should continue to do it, and then you move on from there. So a very clear distinction between regular praise and effective praise. Effective praise is based in reality and things that are observable, and then general praise is just everything else. So jump to the Smarter Parenting website to look at that lesson, effective praise, so you can integrate it into how you're dealing with your child. So let me give you an example of general praise and then effective praise, just so you can understand the difference. For general praise, for example, if a young child is playing a sport and the parent goes, good job, good job. Okay, good job is a great statement, but it's very general. It could be said for anything. It doesn't really give the child an understanding of what they did well, and it doesn't encourage them to continue to do what they've done well. It's just this blanket statement, good job. And if you think about it, it's kind of one of those stamper stickers. It's just generic, and you can just stamp it on anything you want. Good job, good job. Good job. It doesn't really give direction to the child or encourage them to continue on making great choices. Now, on the flip side, effective praise, say that the same child is playing a game, and playing sports, and they hit it and they get a home run. Okay, so effective praise would focus on, hey, great job, you hit a home run. Okay, it's very specific. We have the good job there, but we actually explained what they did well. And that tells the child, oh, hitting a home run is a great thing. I should strive to continue to hit home runs. So it's not this kind of stamp or paperwork where you're just kind of just going through the motions, but it's very, very specific on what they've done, and it's very clear for what the child has done. So for a teenager, for example, regular praise versus effective praise. Let's say this was a singer. This child was a singer and they wanted to sing professionally. So general praise would be, great job. That was awesome. Okay, those statements are so general and so broad, it doesn't actually give room for the child to know exactly what they've done well or what they can improve on or encourage them to continue doing well in what they've done. Now, effective praise on the flip side would describe specifically what they did well. And effective praise is really interesting in that it provides opportunities for parents to interject things they can improve on. So there is a clear distinction between the two. So if the child is singing well and you're like, great job, awesome, you're fantastic, that's general praise. And it's this assembly line stamper that you're just doing with the child about how great they are. On the flip side, effective praise would focus on, well, hey, great job enunciating while you were singing. I could understand every word. Okay, that gives them some direction. Say, okay, that's something I'm good at. I can continue to improve that. I can work on that. And then you can provide additional feedback to your child. And again, this is a fantastic tool. Effective praise is one of those things that you will use throughout your experience as a parent, regardless of what your child does. But it's also a skill that is necessary for you to master using all the other skills that are on the Smarter Parenting website. There is an element of effective praise in there because effective praise helps to encourage children to continue doing well in the things that they're doing. So just learn it, really. Simply go watch the video on the Smarter Parenting website. It's only a couple of minutes long. Implement it, practice it, use it with your children, use it with your spouse, use it with your partner, use it with anyone you may run into, and you'll find that your relationships will be strengthened and you'll feel connected, more connected with the people that you are interacting with on a daily basis. So again, we want to say no to this assembly line stamping of good job, good job, good job. Let's just blanket for whatever, and we want to be very specific using effective praise. So jump there and check it out. Now don't forget to subscribe and visit the Smarter Parenting site for more tips.